As families struggle with remote and in-person learning, educators are noticing a large group of students missing from the roster this year, kindergartners. Naomi Ruckham explains why some families are opting for a kindergarten gap year.
The Hubachers were excited their 3 daughters would finally be in the same school, with their youngest Riley making the cutoff for kindergarten. But they chose to hold her back in part because of the pandemic.
Kindergarten is going to be sitting in a plexiglass cube with a mask on. And I was like, it just hit me like, oh my gosh, this is not in the best interest of Riley.
It's a trend in many school districts around the country. A recent survey of nearly 500 district leaders and principals found more than half are seeing a decline in kindergarten enrollment.
Kindergarten is a really big step.
Gloria Corral is the president and CEO of the Parent Institute for Quality Education. She says many young learners are already feeling behind because schools had to close last spring, and they miss out on far more than academics when not in the classroom.
Things that we believe are so important as educators is really around creating routines, developing habits, things like self-soothing.
Kindergarten isn't required in parts of the country, so some parents are opting for kids to skip it altogether.
We worry about the impact that not having children participate in these educational opportunities will have, both in the short term, but importantly, over the long term.
Rebecca chose to send Riley to preschool again to avoid virtual learning.
A 5-year-old can't do that, to be sitting with her, forcing her to do the remote learning. I've already seen a huge improvement in her academically, and she's really excited to show me her letters and numbers.
She thinks her daughter will be more than ready for kindergarten next year and hopes things are more normal by then. Naomi Ruckham, CBS News.
School leaders are also worried about a drop in enrollment will have an impact on state funding. The hope is that state legislators will step in to help districts in need. Well, still ahead at noon, want to eat right in the new year, but don't know where to start? Grab your shopping list, and Mr. Food will give you a few pointers.